And we're already at the next trial.
This chapter has been blazing by. Good intro, let's go.
Yeah, apparently. Well, we knew that there was really no way we were going to be able to get delusion. So be it. In that case, we may as well just go ahead and get those.
Yeah, makes sense.
Honestly, just like front-loading effective things is good.
Yeah, it's a good strategy.
Yeah, like, they're not that hard, and so this is like a bit of a cushion, which is probably the single most effective thing you could get. Cool.
Anyway, we double-checked to make sure we were on mean, and so we are. All right, everyone see it? Okay?
Okay, speaking of mean, we're the Bittersweet Gamers.
You punks.
I'm the Opinionator.
And I don't care about you.
And here we go. Here's hoping that we remember everything.
Oh boy.
You know, maybe we better just look one last time at the new ones.
Yeah.
I really don't know where this is going to start.
Right? It's really hard to tell, because they don't start at the logical starting point.
At least what we think is logical. I'm sure they thought it was logical. And I'm sure plenty of people do and don't. Because people don't think the same way.
Huh?
And that's actually really hard for a lot of people to understand. It took me, I don't know, like more than half my life to understand that I don't think the way that other people think.
Yeah, about the same for me, yeah.
And I'm sure that everybody is the same, in that they're totally different. Or at least in broad categories.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation.
Oh, you said you weren't going to be or low energy, or mid energy. Something energy.
He didn't say anything about energy at all, ever. And you can't prove that he did.
Yeah, you can. Look at the last episode.
Just because he directly said it doesn't prove anything at all.
Well, it is Monokuma, so.
Maybe the monotony of the virtual world got to him, too.
Well, think about it from his perspective. Nothing was happening out here.
Yeah, he didn't get to see anything, so... Yeah, that's it. He didn't get to see anything. Man, poor guy. He's just not invested himself.
Screw it. This is tiresome.
You need more motivation!
I do. I really, really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
Wow, I guess this time he really didn't say his ritual words.
Yeah!
It was Kokichi that had to do it.
That's why, yeah.
Man, this is kind of depressing.
Were you looking forward to the ritual?
Not really.
But it does feel kind of weird without it.
Yeah. I don't know. This is kind of sapping my own energy.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left.
Yeah, very funny.
What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
Huh?
If it's a tie.
Well, right.
4 and 4.
Ah, there are enough people for that. Okay.
Huh? You mean like a tie? It means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
Huh. Do they both get executed?
I don't know. I think that's the next question that should be asked.
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Well, this isn't the previous game. He hasn't actually gotten to do too many interesting rulings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need to find out who gets executed in that case. Because that means that 2 people can do it. But
or only one person can, but the other one could die anyway. Like the one who isn't the blackened.
So all you have to do... Well, it means you can suicide bomb someone.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
And now he's more motivated to screw with everyone, as long as the person who is the blackened gets chosen as well.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
How many times has he said he's here to have fun? He's been saying it from the beginning of the game. Did you think he was lying? He's way too calculating. Like, all of the ways to annoy you are also part of him enjoying the game.
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it! We can't die here! Oh my! Himiko has become so determined!
Tenko and Angie would be proud. She really turned herself around in a way I didn't expect.
Same here.
Like, it is as if the veil over her heart, she just ripped it loose. This is obviously who she always was.
Yeah.
It's true. People really do change.
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
Well, in a manner of speaking.
That's none of your business!
Well, I don't know that that's necessarily a bad thing. She is, after all, still a mage.
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify.
Kaito's the culprit!
No!
What? Say that to my face!
He did!
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
For one, her body didn't have any injuries or signs of being killed in the outside world.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna start with the poison.
Or the phone? That to prove that he was ejected? I don't know.
Well, that'll come up too, but I mean, we're either Miyu or Kokichi planted that poison.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was either of them. And if it was Kokichi, then he's just messing around. He's playing the game. He's having fun playing the game.
Yeah.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know.
Well, it's true, but they're less likely to.
Yeah.
We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
The thing about Kaede is she was prepared to admit it.
Yeah. She wasn't trying to murder you all, you see.
And she also called herself guilty and couldn't forgive herself for doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think anybody trusted Korekiyo.
I don't think so either.
And it seemed to me that you probably shouldn't trust Kirumi. Once things really got started, well, people were just taking advantage of her.
Yeah.
Anyway, the fact that Kaito was the only one logged out is suspicious, but he had literally nothing to do with it.
Right.
He's not the culprit. He can't be. Though I'm not entirely sure the angle they're going to use to prove it.
Right?
But we know it's true and can describe why. Poison, killing game
Kaito
simulator.
logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though.
Uh-huh.
That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Poisoned her.
Kaito
eh?
culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
That's true.
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
Oi!
What?
What do you mean, last words?
Okay, so we need whichever truth bullet. Yeah. So the poison does mention the symptoms.
Right. The poison says the victim's eyes would be completely bloodshot.
Correct.
What were the other ones that we had?
Like the hammer.
There wasn't anything that could prove that she wasn't.
I mean, the Monokuma file doesn't say jack about it.
Just says there's no external injuries, but he's being accused of poisoning her.
Right.
Was Miyu's corpse? Miyu's corpse might be it.
Might be.
Let's just let it go through one more time.
Okay.
I guess I have to say that that this time around, for a variety of reasons, I'm not as thoroughly knowledgeable about all the truth bullets. I don't know about Billy.
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah. Same here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Kaito logged out first, by himself.
That's true.
We do have that.
Mew was still logged in, though.
That's irrelevant, because it's true.
That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
I mean, doesn't it have to be this?
I'm pretty sure it has to be that.
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
But is it corpse or poison?
Of course it's
I
impossible.
think it's the poison
I
because it
didn't
mentions
do
the
it.
symptoms.
I mean, we found that
Because
bottle
the
know-
of poison
Monokuma file doesn't.
on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The Monokuma file doesn't
The
say
culprit was
anything
trying
like
to pin the
that,
blame
and
on
Kaito's
me.
account doesn't say
That
anything like
diversion was
that.
part of your plan,
Well,
right,
right, but the
Kaito?
corpse doesn't say that she
Kaito.
didn't have
Any last words?
that she didn't have blood-stained eyes.
Yeah,
What do you mean,
yeah.
last words?
No, it doesn't say that she didn't.
Oh, so
So
yeah, it's got to be the bottle.
here's hoping.
That's when you poisoned her.
It didn't change in
Kaito,
time.
Culprit?
That's when you poisoned her.
Yeah, because the V was gonna be his
wrong.
poison.
Yeah,
I knew it. I should have waited to get the V point.
that's what Miu would have wanted.
Mew wasn't killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging.
If they're starting with this, then it probably was. Yeah, of course.
Even
Yeah.
look at her portrait.
I know. That's why I stopped talking. And yeah, of course.
Okay.
Anyway, this probably means that Kokichi planted the poison. That's why he started with it, just to play around like this.
Yeah.
But to be fair, this does move on. It just proves that she wasn't poisoned, is all.
Well, there's no other way he could have killed her in the outside world.
In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Miu's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Then what was that poison for?
A red herring, just to mess around.
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Miu died by poison.
It just reminds me of the Chapter 4 class trial in Danganronpa, which is, the greatest trial. And, like that and the first chapter of this game are like the best pieces of Dangan content, I think. At least in my opinion.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Miu's real cause of death. I mean, the only one I can think of is that she was strangled or asphyxiated in some way. But, I mean, even the Monokuma file doesn't actually say. Shock?
Yeah, toilet paper or hammer.
What? No. The cause of death.
Well, toilet paper then, wouldn't it be? It's up.
No.
No?
How is the toilet paper the cause? Not the murder weapon. What's the cause of death? I mean, we can't.
This.
Yeah.
This is it!
Woo!
That was obtuse.
Miu's cause of death was the killing game simulator itself.
Man, that's gonna be like a C or something.
In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in the program's text file.
We can't jump ahead, Billy.
But that's my specialty.
Miu received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
He's not kidding. You should see him play Mario Maker. He jumps forward, man. He jumps ahead.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question.
Oh.
Gonta, please. What?
Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
Thank you, Maki.
Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
If Miu was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Right.
We still can't jump ahead to say it's the toilet paper. That very well may be the case, but we have to establish all the ground rules. It's okay, Gonta.
Oh, it seems like Gonta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit?
I do not want to know about murder mystery syndrome.
We don't need to go over the details of it.
So we split into 2 groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Miu.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation?
Whoa, so I guess it's like storming now. So if you hear that, that's what it is.
That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Good job.
Who are you and what did you do with Himiko?
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
Death magic!
Well, you know, maybe she has a year or two. Probably not.
Hey, Hiyoko hit her spurt too.
That she did.
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Let's begin then.
Let's not get sidetracked.
The fatal damage that Miyu received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down. Huh.
All right.
Whoa, do we have something that says asphyxiation?
No, but we have
In the
hammer.
virtual world, Miyu was fatally injured.
That's probably what they
So
think.
let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whatever did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
No, I don't think it's the hammer.
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
I don't think that's it either.
I do not think that is
Are
possible.
we certain that blunt force was involved?
Yeah.
I think strangulation is more likely.
Yes! So wait.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Yes?
Could she have drowned?
No.
How do we prove strangulation? Or pushed? No. She wouldn't be clawing at her.
Yeah, throat.
Miyu's corpse. Miyu's
Yeah,
corpse.
she was grasping at her neck with those hands. Okay. Yeah.
In the virtual world, Miyu was fatally injured.
It has to be the hammer!
The hammer!
Or going.
I think strangulation.
Bam!
I agree.
Going well so far.
Miyu's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Yeah. It's just not right.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Miyu was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she suffocated.
Well, as far as strangling goes, it's really just like asphyxiation with something focused on the neck.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's also cutting off the blood to your brain.
Oh, well, right. I'm just trying to account for the grasping. Hanging would work.
Yeah.
Even if it didn't break her neck.
Yeah.
Which may not have been possible since she was classified as an object.
Yeah, she wouldn't be breakable.
But it still would cut off the air.
But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation.
And it couldn't have happened out here because only Kaito could have done it.
Yeah.
Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth.
Says the professional.
But Miyu was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Oh. The assassin master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
You know, I do really like Kokichi, but his shtick is actually starting to wear thin. I think he's just becoming more openly full of malice.
Well, if we're correct about him, he's about to enter into supervillain mode next chapter.
He has, already been like, I will use my power of evil to spread malice, or something like that.
Right.
So it's time for him to, really crank that up.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world? If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Huh. Hadn't thought about that.
You hadn't?
No, I hadn't.
Well, that's why you have to use some method.
That's why you gotta hang him. I see.
Also, I like how we just ignored the poison. Like, we don't even need to worry about this at all.
That just shows you how relevant it was.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool.
Right.
There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
I hate that. I hate that so much. That calling someone nerd for knowing something about something that they care about. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Are you saying that it's actually better to know nothing about things you care about? Or are you only allowed to know something about the things that that person cares about? It has to be the right thing, the approved thing, is it?
How you doing, buddy?
Full of malice.
Maybe you should stop method acting.
Yeah, maybe so, huh? Yeah.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
In a manner of speaking.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
Just leading right to it.
Yeah.
Something for a rope, huh? I have an idea of what it might be. I found it during the investigation.
And now, the toilet paper.
Wow, I really didn't think we'd get to this right away, but...
Right?
This is it!
I guess we decided to start with this.
I'm suspicious.
During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
What do you mean?
Well, we're kind of establishing a lot of very simple, easy things that make the whole thing kind of easier to comprehend.
Right.
At the very beginning.
Yeah, what's it?
They're following the logical path, Daymon. I don't understand what's going on. We need to argue about Kyoko being a ghost for 20 minutes.
I really don't think we do. I don't think we do. Is this toilet paper? What would toilet paper be doing here? I mean, if you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm not gonna judge anybody needing to do their business out in the open, but...
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that!
Huh? Oh.
He doesn't know that objects won't break.
What you mean, Shuichi?
Here, what says that? Killing Game Simulator?
I think Killing Game Simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah, objects can't break.
Huh? What's wrong?
What, wrong? Shuichi goofing off! Not gentlemanly at all!
Gonta, come on.
Do you remember the rules?
There's no time for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper in place of rope!
Ah! No!
Would tear too easy!
I'll cut for your words!
Oh, I was hitting the wrong button, no wonder. That's why it didn't work. However,
I got him!
The toilet paper wouldn't tear.
Well, I guess I really didn't remember the rules.
We're doing great.
Because in a virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Wow, how pathetic.
Unbreakable?
How pathetic I am, but it worked.
But you won in the end.
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
It may not have been the most,
Elegant,
but it was functional.
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
But not as toilet paper.
Yeah, ironically, it wouldn't serve... Well, actually, you can still use it as toilet paper.
Ew!
It's just that, only...
Red.
Are we done talking about poop?
Yeah, we are. No more poop.
Okay.
Gonta not really understand, but...
We know. We all know.
Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's fine. You weren't really putting up a fight anyway.
This reminds everybody what it meant.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
I mean, we said it too, but...
It's how she would have wanted to go.
We'll just grab that soundbite.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
She liked talking about poop.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, Why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
I guess what we're going to be spending a lot of time on is figuring out, or like accusing Miu of trying to kill someone.
Yeah.
Because we're just moving through the facts easily. That's why I popped up here. Not this. And okay, so Wall and Miu's avatar are what explain that.
Yeah.
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
If the culprit meant to get rid of the evidence, they did a poor job of it. Yeah, it was just dropped there. That's so strange.
Right?
Like right out in the open. We never would have considered that it was used if it weren't planted right there.
Exactly.
You don't suppose that actually makes it a red herring, do you?
Maybe. I haven't seen anything else that could be used as a strangulation weapon, though. So unless the entire premise that she was strangled is wrong, you know.
Well, if you hit her in the head with a hammer...
Well, it wouldn't have caused her body to react the way it did, though.
Well, no, but you might have stunned her, then you could strangle her. Since at that point, you're not at equal strength.
Okay.
And it wouldn't inflict a lasting wound because of the settings.
Okay, I can see that. Well...
And then you'd be using the toilet paper to really complicatedly frame someone?
I don't know.
There was a much better place where they could have destroyed that evidence.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Well, I would like to point out that in Chapter 4 of Danganronpa, a hammer was laid next to the body as a false flag.
Yeah, and that's like, no way.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
You don't say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was Miyu's hammer.
Yeah.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
Monotaro already confirmed that it was Miyu's hammer.
Right.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Wait, we already know who brought that hammer. The person who brought the hammer was Miu.
That's it!
This is not ambiguous.
Miu was the one who brought the hammer.
Just like everything else so far. These are all plain facts, Tsumugi.
Miu bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that could be used as weapons, except my own personal killing hammer.
What was that last part?
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer.
Especially when apparently the code was like, add hammer to gorgeous girl genius Miu Inuma's inventory. Bitches. Like, that's probably about what the line of code said.
Meaning that Miu must have left it on purpose.
And, what was it? Setting on Kokichi's avatar.
Yeah.
And Miu and Kokichi's meeting.
Yep.
Those are the things that prove her intent, right?
Yep.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
Guys, you all knew Miu.
Yeah.
You didn't really trust her, did you?
Well, maybe Kibo.
Miu brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for?
Guys.
Of the people here, counting Miu, only Miu and Kokichi would kill anybody.
Yeah. Well, except apparently Kibo, depending on the circumstances.
Well, yeah. We still think it has to do with those inner voices. I'm just saying that like Himiko, Gonta, Kaito,
yeah.
Maki, Shuichi, it's not them. Probably Tsumugi. We need to make that clear. Well, I mean, the simplest thing to do is to start with the setting on his avatar, but we can't, so Miu and
Let's
Kokichi's
assume that
meeting.
Miu brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
No.
Cute.
Uses for a hammer. Going to know, Miu gonna build stuff with hammer.
A do-it-yourself
Just brought it for
project.
self-defense.
No.
Or she secretly met up with someone
Give it!
and tried to kill them with it.
Well, okay, that's
All
it.
right.
You idiot, she was the victim!
Oh.
Okay.
Remarkably
assume that you brought
straightforward,
the
huh?
Yeah, I'm very
What was she
suspicious.
planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
I love that animation.
Uses for a hammer.
This is cute, too.
Yeah.
Don't I know? Mew gonna build stuff with hammer.
She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with.
Dang, I missed.
I agree.
Only in this game do I say I miss when I hit.
Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
You!
With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What were you going to talk about? Well, she asked him, apparently, so we don't know.
If we trust what Kibo is saying.
Well, what does Kokichi say?
Well, we haven't asked him yet.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
If Kokichi was going to deny it right here, he'd just deny it.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
By the way, Mew
Yeah.
asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world.
Oh.
Ah, I see.
I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Uh-huh. Totally forgot where we were supposed
yeah.
to meet.
Yeah.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
It's a mystery to everyone.
Let's spell it out for you, Kokichi, even though you do know the answer. Kokichi's already figured it out, of course. She was planning to effing kill him.
That's it. She was trying to kill Kokichi.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer.
Uh-huh.
If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
And here he is doing his usual, like, encouraging knowledge stuff. But the way that Monotaro spelled it all out, it's not ambiguous.
Yeah.
Miyu added the wall, changed her own setting to make sure she can move through the wall,
Changed the setting on Kokichi's avatar.
and there we go. Miyu's plan, huh? I'm sure if I analyze the clues we've found, I can figure something out. All right, let's do it. Oh man, I hope there's not a Kuma here. All right.
You have to actually drive, David.
Move, car, accelerate. All right, it's just that last time I failed miserably at the controls, so you know. I decided not to take anything for granted. Let me know.
Oh, I found out what someone told me what that reference was. It's a reference to Slam Dunk. There's
Really?
a specific scene in Slam Dunk where
I guess I remember that, yeah.
yeah, where like Miwa was like, I want to play basketball or something like that.
Miwa
I think
is Mitsui.
Mitsui.
Yeah, that just is that really what that is?
Well, they posted the image in the Discord and it looked exactly like it.
Oh, that's what it is then.
Yeah.
I mean, Slam Dunk has been mentioned before. No, that was actually the point where I was like, oh, Slam Dunk is really good. I highly like it. Like, highly recommend it.
Oh, totally. Same
I
thing.
don't care about basketball at all, but it's sure exciting. I'm going too slow because I'm busy looking.
Well, I'll keep an eye out for the Kuma.
Huh?
I'll keep an eye out for the Kuma. It's okay.
I don't trust you when you talk like that.
Have some more water.
Yeah, I'm in my throat. Thinking time. Oh no. Who tried to kill Kokichi?
The middle one.
Middle. Don't bounce off wall and hit the wrong one at the middle. Hey, baby. Going my way. This is the third time I've made that joke, so it's really lame.
Hey, rule of 3.
Yeah, but I didn't have anything. Because I was. Oh. I didn't have anything witty prepared. If I could think on my feet,
You're in a car.
Instead of just lecture. I swear that's all I can do is give lectures. Ah! Ah! And it's storming outside and there's a cat at the window!
Alright, cat has been secured. We can focus on the game.
Whew. Okay, now to secure a bear, if indeed a bear is here. I haven't been bouncing off any the side. I've been dodging all the cars. Everything's got to go to hell soon.
That didn't work.
Yeah, oh well, life goes on. The important part is that I didn't get shot.
Where was Mew trying to kill Kokichi?
On the rooftop! Rooftop!
Thinking time.
The virtual world and, yeah, in the afterlife. You definitely murder someone after they are dead. Good! Yeehaw! Going too slow here. But I'm a cautious driver, always have been. Tata on Ock.
Speaking of Tata.
Ah, dang, there we go. Ah, see, there we go.
You got distracted by the billboards.
I did. Fine arts. Skill. See, it's because I'm driving fast instead of smart. I never do anything quickly. You guys know that by now, don't you? I like how now there's actually cars, because they're like kind of weren't before.
Yeah.
Failure. Oh, what was Kokichi gonna be made to eat?
Why was a bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat?
Yeah, I mean, that could have been Miyu. It could have been Kokichi. Darn it!
Stop staring at the billboards!
That time I wasn't. I was trying to not hit the car. Well, that was kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know the answer to this. Not definitively.
Well, they're only going to give us a few options.
To divert attention.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, this took way too long. Pass through the center.
It connects.
It connects.
Oh.
She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
Is this true?
Well, then that would explain why she yeeted Kaito out.
Well, yeah. What I was getting at was it could have been done by Miyu, or it could have been done by Kokichi. I mean, there's actually no way to prove. I mean, the time and the login logout stuff seems to indicate it, which is when we noticed it.
Right.
That extra time.
Yeah.
But it still could have been Kokichi. We don't really have any proof, nor does it matter.
Yeah, like ultimately it doesn't matter.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
Then again, it's also possible that we have gotten too drawn into Kokichi's shtick and we're just assuming he'd do something like that, which is actually what he wants. But he still hasn't done it. He still hasn't done anything.
No, we can't. No, stop.
She did that too?
I don't know why she thought that would fool us.
What? Miyu was the one who put that poison bottle there?
She was the last one to log in.
Yeah, there's that big gap in the login logout records. She easily could have done it. We established some episodes ago that the person, if it wasn't Kokichi, that the killer, well, Miyu, was the one who had to have brought it ahead of time. It only makes sense that it was Miyu if it wasn't Kokichi trolling.
Especially if she was intending to kill someone.
Yeah.
No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
Huh? No, he's gonna say that seems unusual and is maybe gonna accuse Kokichi. So I guess we've got the log-in, log-out record.
Yeah.
When could Mew have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
But she did not.
And then what? She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
We have the records.
Yeah.
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then Mew couldn't have placed the poison.
There we go, that's it.
Who put poison bottle?
Yeah.
The only person who logged out early was Kaito.
No, that's falling.
Kaito, your grave just got 10 feet deeper.
No, it wasn't me, guys.
This is the usual Kaito-ness.
She must have logged out at some point.
This is going too well, don't you think?
Yeah, that's
And
what makes
then
me
what?
suspicious.
She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the
Right?
salon around that time?
Yeah, that makes me really suspicious.
Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
Is this gonna be like chapter 2?
If she hadn't logged in
This
or
next one.
out, then Mew couldn't have placed the poison. That's wrong.
It was Mew who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Maybe this was expected to be harder than it is? It's...
Maybe?
I mean, granted, it took us a while. We had to get all the evidence before we could put it together.
But as soon as we did, it just all snapped into place.
Like, we don't have all the details, I know.
Right.
But the thing about it being hard, Monotaro tells you what happened.
Yeah, exactly. It's true we don't have every single detail. We've got the ones that matter, the ones that are important, the ones that can prove stuff.
Yeah, we can suss out how you use a lattice or whatever later.
Yeah.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Mew was the last of us to log in.
Yeah, what about it?
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
2 whole minutes.
That right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
Because she already had the bottle. She didn't go get it, she had it.
Yeah.
This was all part of Mew's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's not my fault.
No one was saying it was, man.
I remember long, long ago in chapter 1 saying, if Korekiyo and Miyu don't kill someone, I'll eat my hat. Well, she didn't kill someone.
But she tried to. I think that counts.
But she tried to and had a whole plan, and it counts. That's why I was so eager to pin it on her in chapter 1.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
She would have just been holding on to all this evidence and was essentially counting on nobody ever, searching her.
Yeah.
But we never would have really had that much of a need to search her. I mean, I'm sorry. I really think that we actually ought to search people.
I agree.
When it happens, the first thing that we have to do is...
Well, we searched Rantaro to see if he had a card key.
Well, yeah, but he was the victim. I mean, of course you search the victim.
Oh, good point.
I mean that the first thing we do when somebody gets killed is everybody has to be searched right frickin' there.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
So she did that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that.
Yeah.
Mew used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
The thing is we would have been suspicious of that, too. Mm-hmm. Because just like with Korekiyo, the person who planned the whole thing and had control over the parameters is the person that is suspicious. Now, how did Miyu log Kaito out?
I don't know. Maybe you can tell us, Shuichi.
Well, the answer
is Mew's corpse.
Is toilet paper.
This is it! It was the cell phone found by Mew's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
Sorry, man. Kaito Momota.
Ah!
He logged out, just as I thought. Man, that scream when people log out sure is unsettling.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
The thing is, there are login records. What, was she just intending on faking them?
Maybe she could have.
Not providing them?
Maybe she could have if she was still alive.
Yeah, maybe so.
Because she'd be the one they'd ask for that kind of information.
I'm just saying, you ought to be more suspicious here. Well, I mean, not that it happened, so there's no point in what-ifing too much.
Yeah.
But Mew never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
Yeah, with the evidence we got from Monotaro, it's really clear. It is not ambiguous.
And she tried to set me up.
But even still, she's the victim here.
Yeah.
Kokichi's alive. Her target did not get killed, so you don't need to worry about that. She's still the victim, so we still have to solve the case.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because he's a troll.
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull.
Anybody can kill.
People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion.
That's not the case right now. It can be.
That's what he wants it to be.
That's what he hopes it would be. And in the other games, it'd be that.
Yeah.
But this time around, and yet again, one of the reasons that Billy and I have constantly said that this game seems like more inclined towards our own take on things and our own tastes and interests. This time around, they actively started bonding.
Yeah.
The same thing we'd been calling for the whole time. Maybe it's all thanks to Kaito and Kaede, but that's great that it's thanks to Kaito and Kaede.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not. Shuichi's not going to do anything. Kaito's not going to do anything. Gota's not going to do anything. Not without something really bizarre. I don't think that... I mean, Kokichi, of course, you can't trust at all. The problem is he's wrong. He's right about a lot of the other people, but... she's not going to do anything. She's powered up her own heart.
Yeah, she's rebounded from the despair and just rejected it outright.
And again, Maki, she's not going to do anything, but if she wanted to, nothing would have ever stopped her. She would have done it already.
Yeah.
She would have done it as soon as she got the weapons.
Exactly. And she wouldn't have left any clues, boys.
I mean, I guess we don't really know Tsumugi very well. It's not like I want to say we can't trust her, but it seems like she wouldn't do it. So you can say that all you like, but the way that you fight suspicion is trust.
Yeah.
Of course, the way that you break down trust is lies.
Yeah. So I reject your philosophy, for it is stupid.
I reject it, for it is stupid. It's a worldview question. There's a level of cynicism and nihilism in that. After all, if you reject that there's such a thing as right and wrong, then what is your argument against will to power?
Yeah.
There is none. If there is right and wrong, if you can definitively say that something is wrong, then nihilism is wrong.
Yeah.
Then that Nietzschean will to power is wrong. And Kokichi is wrong. Of course, if acting in a killing game isn't wrong, well, what do you have to judge Kokichi for?
Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting.
If he were a phony. But you just gotta remember that last communist scene, I guess. But Kaito isn't in those circumstances, so...
Don't you agree, Monokuma?
Do I? I don't know about that.
Wow, normally he'd be all over this one.
Huh? Wait, what were we talking about?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Monotaro,
Huh?
Mommy?
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
Monofity pulls out a mallet, whacks him.
that's also a death flag.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
Not an absolute one, but
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
you're right to say that.
Yeah.
It is not reasonable to expect someone to prefer their own survival to their own death.
Yeah.
What you mean?
What you talking about?
Cause she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world.
Huh?
Yeah, if we didn't search her, there's all this information we would not have had.
Oh, yeah.
So she might have gotten away with it, just like how Korekiyo might have gotten away with his murder of Angie if he hadn't killed Tenko.
Yeah.
You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know?
Yeah, instead we got Monotaro to spell out Miyu's plan for us explicitly.
She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted.
And nobody would have been able to contradict her, just be suspicious.
And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
Well, the lack of bloodshot eyes.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
Reasonable.
Then the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
As reasonable as any attempt to kill someone is, I suppose.
Yeah, it's like what we'd been saying.
Look at Korekiyo's portrait. The fires of hell!
He's an insane, evil serial killer, so... You guys are only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. But once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys will love it, especially the part where you all die. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. So let's just dive right in, okay? We'll do it together.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
Well said, Himiko. So she could kill us.
Yes.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Well, you could still feel sad that she died.
Mixed feelings are not only fine, but...
Normal?
Normal,
Yeah.
natural.
I would be more concerned if you didn't care at all if someone got murdered, you know?
Yeah. I feel like I'm just collecting sound bites, but I want what a shady person.
What a shady person.
Himiko's English voice actor is amazing. Best one in this game. And I really like Kaede's voice actress. She's really good. The thing is, we're criticizing the killers.
Yeah.
Obviously, any of you watching now don't really believe this. All of the people who think otherwise surely left some time ago. But just because you criticize somebody doesn't mean that there aren't good things about them.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
To reduce the argument to ad Hitlerum, he loved his dog.
He had a girlfriend. I mean,
To his dog, he was a great guy. I mean, yeah, that's a little absurd to say it that way. It's just that...
Well, we are dealing with Danganronpa.
That's true. It seems to me that if you can't hold several types of views about someone simultaneously, that is a problem of you being extremely shallow-minded and extremely judgmental. We've been accused of being extremely judgmental all the time and anyway, I think that's completely stupid.
Yeah.
After all, we consistently have been far more sympathetic to all the villains of the various games that we've played.
Oh yeah.
Why are we judgmental for disapproving of killers, but those people aren't judgmental for being disapproving of those villains.
Yeah.
I mean, are the killers in this game the protagonists?
No.
Anyway, sorry, I get on my soapbox about that. But,
Give me the soap. I need to do laundry.
but So Sejima was the most interesting character in the Somnium Files, period, full stop. And Ida Tetsu in 13 Sentinels got completely screwed over, though he was the antagonist. He wasn't as bad as they made him out to be.
Okay, just move on.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend.
I wouldn't use the word trusted very much, except maybe in Kibo's case.
Of course, friend doesn't really mean anything either because he's using the word nakama, which does not have an appropriate English translation. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It has too many simultaneous meanings. The meaning is clear in Japanese, but it's not clear anywhere else.
See? That's an ideal fun situation. Now we can start a real class trial.
Hey, Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
You don't say. Well, BSG kind of noticed that before, too.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
Not voice-wise.
No, you're just like Monokuma.
Uh-huh.
Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
BAM!
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Get him, Maki roll.
I'm just saying, man. He's wearing white and black. He calls himself the ultimate supreme leader, and he has monocub colored buttons on his jacket. And the same amount of buttons equivalent to the full roster of monocubs. He's kind of like, hey, do you get it? Hey, do you get it?
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
And I love it. Cowardice. That's great. It's just reaching over and punching him right in the face. Like what? You think that all you people on the other side can be like, you're all so naive. Don't you understand my great intellectual and moral superiority? Which is like the way that a lot of people like that come across.
Uh-huh.
You know, when you're like 16 and telling me that I'm naive for having ideals, you know what? Actually, I think you're an idiot. Jesus Christ.
Okay, David, all right.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward. Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right?
Man, I'm starting to feel bad for Monokuma, though.
Why?
There, I did it.
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares.
He's completely lost his drive. Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
Well, cash in the checks, baby.
My head!
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone.
I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far, but I get his point. He's like, if you're going to be infinitely cynical, then I'll be infinitely optimistic, and we'll see who will win. And by the way, it won't be you.
Yeah.
Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Bro, there are 8 people left.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue.
Yeah, we still got so many bullet points to get through.
Bullet points?
Truth bullets. Shut up.
Are you okay?
Truth points. Bullet truths.
If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die. You know that?
Bullet truths?
Shut up.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Fair enough. And with that, I'll get off my soapbox and leave it alone. I should probably get off my soapbox before somebody replaces the soap with dynamite and then lights it, and then the soap explodes in a burning, flaming box of soap.
Oh, I think you could stand to be on the box for about 5 more seconds. I'm just gonna go over here. You killjoy.
笑ってふざけ合っても何かが違う、何か足りない、誰にも言えないこと答え探してみても何が正しい何が間違い、ゆらゆら揺れる迷いを吹き飛ばせ、星のは一番遠くても星さいつでも君のために戦うのさ、未来はもう止まらない、明日も輝くだろう。